From the creators who brought you SaltEcrafter and the producers of Salty News, we now bring to you Cash or Trash. Welcome to episode number... Kind of forgot what episode number this is. Hey Grains, welcome to another Cash or Trash, the episode where we review multiple craft kits in one video to make sure that I waste my money and you don't. It's as simple as that. Today we're going to be looking at 6 different kits, and all of them are, yes, under $5. We're going to be looking at craft kits such as the Holographic Fizzy Gloop Slime. Of course I picked it up because it's hollow. Jiggle Digs Squishy Toy Surprise, so I don't know why it's a squishy, but we'll figure it out. Skoosh Shoes, I don't know, it's a DIY stress toy. Not sure at all what's going on there. Confetti, oopsos, I don't know. It's supposed to be a slimy sphere, but we'll get into that later. Crayola stinking markers. I'm not even like cussing here, they're just called stinky markers. And then a slimy gloop sandwich snot, I think. It's called a sneeze burger. If you're new here, don't forget to click that subscribe button because then you'll become part of the Salt Shaker family in which each one of us is a little grain. Right? Herb agrees. He's got attitude, but he agrees. And so the first kit we're going to be taking a look at is the Holographic Slime. You okay with that? Is that decision okay for you? Sometimes you can answer things nicely. That's abuse! Why are you hitting me? He's quite the burp. Why do you have to peek behind me? You get your butt over here. I need to talk to you, so bring it here. Don't you talk to me like that. Bring it here. You can't win. Even though I only spent $5 on this kit, there are of course warning signs. The first one being is that it says that it's holographic. But then there's a picture of a crystal at the bottom of this kit. Last I checked, crystals are usually iridescent rather than holographic. The next thing is that it's absolutely photoshopped. At no point do I see the... Did you really have to do that? Are you done? Okay. So we don't see the actual end result on the box. Those are usually warning signs when you're trying to get a kit and the only thing they're giving you are photoshopped pictures. Alright, let's see if this actually turns fizzy reactions into slimy goop. And of course, my biggest allergy on the box, it says, includes everything you need. Dear companies,
you're doing it wrong! Because everything you say is everything is there, but it's never there.
Alright, time to see what we get inside. Here's what we get. Fizzy Gloop solution, sodium, the fizzy mix, baking soda, mixing instruments, and an instructional sheet. If we look closely at everything we've gotten so far, I don't see anything hollow. So this is going to be pretty interesting. And by interesting, I mean disappointing. All right, time to read the instructions. Are you done? I'm trying to read. Okay? Okay, that's enough. I need to read, okay? Here, take this. All right, take this. That's too much. Okay, that's too much. I need it back. So I went ahead and followed the instructions by putting 100 mils of warm water and 1 level teaspoon of the sodium. This is our activator. Then I combined 10 milliliters of room temperature water with the activator and the mixture. Just to be very clear, this is in no way hollow. This is iridescent, but let's keep going. And now we're just adding the fizzy gloop solution with a little bit of the baking soda. Or is it baking powder? Yes, the baking soda. All right, now for the moment of truth, we're going to be putting our activator into the solution, but this is not quite dissolved. All right. That is pretty underwhelming. That's it. I really expected this to be fizzing a lot more than what it currently is, but that is pretty underwhelming. And that's why when I went to the US and picked it up, it was under $5. Salt is just, it's with me right now. It is part of my soul and existence. Because here we are 5 minutes later, and at no point am I getting any kind of consistency other than this. here. It's supposed to be slimy gloop, but the consistency is still supposed to be closer to putty. Because if you remember in one of my Cash or Trash, I did review something similar to this and it wasn't as disappointing. This just here looks like, get your mind out of the gutter, but it's gross, because... And again, this is in no way hollow, it is still pretty iridescent, just so that it's clear. While I was cleaning out the container, it turns out that I just needed to put a lot more of the activator, but it was really an accident. Because as I'm cleaning it up, I was just pouring everything. I'm like, well, it seems like their instructions
are absolute trash.
Which means, is this kit worth your cash or is it trash? The fizziness sucks. Holographic, it is not. And the instructions, just no. Which means that this kit, this one right here, goes straight
in the trash.
Our next kit is called Jiggle Digs, which, correct me if I'm wrong, but it sounds like it could be someone's nighttime name. Don't listen to me. Just don't listen to me. I have no idea what Jiggle Digs are, but again, it was in the under $5 section, and it had the surprise squishy reveal. That kind of got my attention. And of course, I like dinosaurs, and it has Sweetosaurus on it. Let's see if it brings out the sweetie crafter in me, or if we're going to be Saltysaurus. And it's kind of cute that it says, wiggles as you dig. Is it cute or is it just disturbing? I guess we'll find out. All right, time to see what we get inside. What the heck is this? Yeah, okay, let me just rant for 30 seconds, maybe even less. But this is the kind of craft kits we're selling to kids nowadays. If you haven't seen my vintage craft kits from the 1950s and 1940s, make sure you check that out. You'll see the difference in the quality and expectations we have or had towards people. All right, let's just do this. So essentially the idea is that this is a jiggle thing that you can dig up the toys with this for your fingers for $5. This whole marketing thing for this kit is pretty much jiggle. Oh, yep, I know it's the salt. We have to let it play, Grains. We can't just leave the salt inside. We have to let it out. So on the instruction sheet itself, you're going to see that before you start digging, you can shake your dig and watch it jiggle. Wow. This is the least satisfying jiggle I have ever seen. It's not giving me any bounce back. So, let's dig us some squishies. I'm going to assume we have to dig it this way just because, okay. Because it's the cupcake. I don't know what the link between, oh, it's a Sweetosaurus. I was like, what? I can't talk anymore. How is the cupcake related to the dinosaur? It's a Sweetosaurus. They probably should have just given us a block of salt at this point. All right, let's dig our creature. Here's our first dino. Took exactly 10 seconds. And our next one, which is a candy, took us less than 2 seconds. And then what do you do with this? Is it soap? No. So essentially, after taking out your toy, you're starting to create more waste. And for $5, an activity that lasts a lot less than 10 seconds maximum, I definitely would rate this a 0 and it goes straight
in the trash.
Next we have, whoops, I didn't mean it. I'm so sorry. Skoosh Shoes, a DIY stress toy. I'm having high hopes on this one, specifically because it says that it won the 2018 Top Toy Award. Or was it nominated? Nominated doesn't count. And again, we can see that it says everything you need on the box. In most cases, they'll end up not giving you the containers, so you have to bring your own cups. So I'm really hoping they mean what they say. All right, let's open and see what we get. Am I the only grain that gets annoyed when companies have a huge box like this and then only put about a half or a third of the actual materials? Just because the box seems bigger, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's better. That's what she said. Alright, so let's see what kind of rainbow crunch this Skoosh Shoes is. Some beads. what looks like the top parts of a soda bottle, balloons, more beads, and the instructions. The instructions are pretty straightforward. The only thing I have to do is put this balloon into that opening. Voila. And now we're supposed to pour in 1/4 of this bag, so I don't have much of a gauge, so I'm just going to eyeball it because that's my life. I just estimate everything. So there we go. And then we're supposed to put 1/4 of this, but of course they didn't give us a resealable bag because it's not like it's tiny and gonna go everywhere, right? Again, I'm going to estimate. That seems about, I'm going to assume that's right. And now we just have to add water with vinegar and tie it up at the base. So here it is. Now we just have to wait between 1 and 2 hours. Let me not destroy it.
Many hours later.
And so here's our stress ball balloon. Is it cool? Yeah. Does it feel does it feel really neat? Wow, English #1. Does it feel like a stress relief between my hands? Yeah, feels good. So for $5, you can make 4 balloons, which means an activity for 4 people at the same time. I would say, yeah, this is pretty cash. Next up, confetti oozos. Just to be also clear, I did see a lot of these items from Five Below, so if you see them again, well, we don't know about this one. Let's not judge it. It's okay there. We're not judging you right away. We're just letting you know
But the salt is within us, very pure and strong.
this kit really caught my attention because it says confetti oozos sliming spheres. So we're supposed to be able to make little spheres that leak slime. If that sounds gross, it probably is, but I don't understand slime culture. I just don't get it. It is a really light kit. I'm not even joking. This is way lighter than anything. I could probably put it on like my pinky. It's because I can't balance and not because it's heavy. So what is a oozing sphere? Let's find out. I really don't understand why companies feel the need to make a huge box. Just save the space. It's kind of embarrassing when you make something so small in something really big. That means you lack confidence in your own products. Here's what we get: an activator and a base, sprinkles and glitter, mixing tools, a cup, and I guess this is paint. So according to the instructions, the first step is to take the base, put it inside the cup, and mix it, and let it sit for 1 hour. They do say that we have to come back every 15 minutes to keep stirring to make sure that it fully dissolves. What worries me is that they also say for best results, wait overnight. However, we can start using it as of the 1 hour mark. For people getting a kit like this, technically, the 1 hour mark is already way too much. So, I am really worried. Take a quick look at what it looks like so far. It does say to whisk, so I've been doing a whisking motion with the spoon. And it's not like I need to go pick up a whisk, because the box itself says includes everything you need, which means I technically don't need a whisk. The spoon should suffice. Let's keep going.
1 hour later.
Here we are an hour later, and they say that it should be thick like syrup, and that's when we know we're ready to go. It still does have clumps, but this is as good as it gets, especially considering the fact that this kit says ages 6 and up. So I'm mixing it like a 6-year-old. Come fight me if you want. Come on. So now, according to the instructions, we need to divide it in 3 separate cups, which says not included. Although it said 3 cups, I'm only going to mix it in 2 cups because I only want 2 colors of paint. So that's my logic, and I'm sticking to it. Now we're just mixing the activator in 3 cups of water. All right, so this is where the magic is supposed to happen. We're supposed to dunk this into the activator and then put some of the colors and then swirl it around. So let's add a couple of the colors. Ooh. And we're not supposed to fill it all the way up. Now we're going to put it back into the water, submerge it completely, and start swirling it around. And now we swirl to make the circles. We're supposed to be swirling underwater, so don't judge me. I'm just a little green. Oh, getting somewhere. And now we're supposed to release it into the water. Let's make a few more. I have to admit, they do kind of look pretty neat, so let's take one of them out. And it has kind of a water balloon feel to it, which again, I didn't think I would call this pretty neat, but it is pretty neat. Time to squish it and pop it. All right, so here's the moment of truth. So we're supposed to be able to make it ooze. Where's it oozing from? There we go. Okay, I know the exact consistency. The outside feels exactly like the outside of a grape, and that you're kind of squeezing slime right outside of it. So it's still keeping its shape, but the inside is like this. It's not going to turn into any slime, so you're just gonna have to throw it away. Good news is that the compound is made out of some kind of algae, so in theory, it should be environmentally okay. But then again, there are no labels, so do this with caution. Let's pop another one for science, not because I enjoy it.
Oh yeah, right.
And... oh, cool but gross. Cool but gross. But definitely don't put this down the drain because there's glitter, and glitter is not good for the oceanic environment. And now the question is this worth $5? Is it worth your cash, or does it go
in the trash?
And to be honest, I really didn't have much hope on the Uzu's sliming spheres, but it kind of got me really into it. So for $5, I would say worth your cash. Next, for under $3, we have the Crayola Silly Scents Stinky Edition. Dear Crayola, it is because of you that now I have an obsession with sniffing craft items and art supplies. And so I blame you for my nostrils going into everything. Normally, this is something most people wouldn't want, but I am not most people.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
So I'm going to be sniffing these markers. Man, don't do that unless Crayola wants you to. Make sure you do not sniff markers, but this is exactly the whole point. And I'm going to confirm or deny whether or not these markers smell like the things they're supposed to, because this nose has seen things. Well, no, this nose has smelled things. That's gross. According to the box, we should be getting everything from a moldy sponge, an old shoe, a scallion, cough syrup, work boots, barbecue grill, dirty laundry, grass, bacon, and a flat tire. I have to admit, I'm pretty excited about a bacon-scented marker. That sounds delicious. Let's go easy and start with barbecue grill. Oh, that's... don't oversniff. Too much. It smells like burnt barbecue chips. 1 point. Cough syrup. Smells like licorice. Pretty good, but I wouldn't say cough syrupy. Next we have dirty laundry. I am not looking forward to that. It's gonna smell gross. Why am I doing this to myself? It smells acidic. It borderline smells like pee. Yo, that's gross. What am I even doing? Why am I doing this to myself? I should send these to Jazza and have him do a full artwork and stink. That would be funny. And then we have moldy sponge. My stomach is all upset right now. Okay, it smells like soap with a hint of grass. I guess that works. It's not unpleasant. Bacon. Let's do the bacon. Bacon surprisingly smells like barbecue grill, so it doesn't have that extra bacony thing. It just smells like the barbecue grill minus the burnt part. Work boot. Probably gonna smell like nachos, because some people's feet smell like nachos. Wash your feet. Don't make me wave things at you. Smells like dirt, so that's acceptable. I'll take it. Old shoe? I assume old shoe would smell like work boots. It actually smells like an old shoe. Like, take a shoe that you've worn for a long time, put it in the basement for like 50 years, take it out, smells like moldy shoe. Gross. Then we have a flat tire. I am so nauseous right now, I can't... Why am I doing this? Oh my god, why am I doing this? I don't feel so good. I don't think I can sniff anymore. I need an intermission. By the way, this smells like rubber, so we have 2 more. Give me a break. I have a headache now. I'm back. I'm okay, but I can't do this for too long. I have scallion, which is supposed to be like an onion. Yeah, smells like the leaf. Onion leaf. And then lastly, we have grass, which I have to admit, I do like the smell of freshly cut grass. And it smells like a freshly lawn cut grass. I think I have brain hurt right now from these things. So as I'm coloring with it, I have to admit that, oh boy, it was really distracting and very unpleasant to actually color with them. Because the scent is really strong, which I have to say, Crayola, good job on that. They did their part. They didn't mislead, and they did give what they promised. Now the question to you, Grains, and probably for me, is it worth it? Is it cash or is it trash? And to answer that question, the first and most important thing is, does it color? The answer is yes, Crayola's good at that. And then the next question is, would I color with stinky markers? The answer is no. I feel like this is probably a good novelty thing, but I personally wouldn't even spend $3 on this. So unless it's at the dollar store and you really feel, I'm still feeling pretty nauseous right now. I wouldn't, for me, first of all, I want to say Crayola did a good job. Yes, they do color, but it's extremely distracting. I got a headache and I'm feeling really, really nauseous, and I'm really serious. Grains. Not a lot gets me nauseous, but this did. So I would say it would go in the trash. Actually,
In the trash!
and last but not least, also for only $5, well, under $5, slimy goop squeeze-witches, right? Do you like sandwiches? That's weird. You're weird. I knew you would hit me! I knew it! So abusive! Can you tell them why you do that? I'm still recovering. Alright, I'll see you later, I guess. There's not much to say on this except for the fact that it promises that you can make a squishy and slime kind of activity, and it's under $5, so let's see what we get inside. I guess the idea is that it's kind of like a stackable. Do you know what they are? Guess he doesn't care. Oh, that is weird. That is those cheap dollar store plastics that you can get for toys for really little kids, kind of like the ones that you would scan, pretend scan that you're a cashier, kind of like, that's what we're getting. I really thought these were squishies. It said squishy. They clickbaited me. Then we get a pack of slime and the glitters that we're supposed to mix inside, and the instructional sheet. So this is pretty much the amount of slime we're getting, which is not much. And also it's not the slime that you Grains like that makes the sound. Let's try. No popping. You heard me. Don't say huh. You know exactly what I said. And in addition to that, it's so little slime that when we look here, it makes it look like it's really leaking and it's a lot of slime. So here I am squishing it and it's just barely, it has to be extremely flat. You see over here? That's how much I squished it. There's really no fun to this. I'm just squishing two plastics into a slime. And that's about it. I feel like for $5 you can make way more slime and probably grab anyways a fake looking burger and probably make it a lot goopier. And so I would say that this kit at $5 in terms of playability would definitely go
In the trash!
And so here are all the items we tested. Which one were you the least hopeful on? Which one you knew in your salt shaker grain heart that was going to fail the most? Let me know in the comment section below. This week's shoutouts go to Shlo Gummy, X-Baby-Bat-6X is too many X's in there. Manga Geek 1919, Beedrill, Jessica Wolf, and Happy Nuggets 459. Remember, if you want a shout out in my videos, don't forget to hashtag Nerdification Squad in the comment section below within the first 5 hours of a video's release, right? Or hashtag NerdECrafter on Instagram or Twitter anytime with any of your creations. If you want to watch another salty review, make sure you check it out up here. And if you want to watch a video that is just perfect for you, make sure you check it out down here. Until then, I will see you Grains and Burbs in the next video.